In this video, we will discuss adding studio and user accounts and uploading images and data in your lab version of PlicBooks. Before you begin, you will want to have an active lab license for PlicBooks and a yearbook export ready to upload to your account. To get started, you will receive an email stating that an account has been created for you on PlicBooks. Click the Accept Invitation button to take you to the registration site. Your account will not be created until you access this link and set your password. From here, you're going to want to create a unique password to use when entering into the PlicBooks site. We recommend that you keep a note of your password somewhere, as we do not have access to look up any password information for you. Once you're done entering your password, place a check mark next to I have read and agreed to the PhotoLink software license agreement. If you wish to download a copy of this, click the link here. Otherwise, go ahead and press the Set My Password button to be directed to the login page. At any time that you forget your password, you can click the Forgot Password link to reset your password. Go ahead and log in with your username, which would be the email address that you received your PlicBooks registration, and the password that you had set previously. Press the Log Me In button to access your PlicBooks menu. Every time you log into PlicBooks, you will be taken to your dashboard. Here you can see a quick overview of your account, including your total yearbook projects, how many yearbooks are in progress, if any yearbooks are past due, or how many yearbooks have been submitted. Clicking on the corresponding area of your dashboard will quickly filter your jobs based on that criteria. For example, to see all of your yearbooks submitted, press the Yearbook Submitted button. This will only show you the schools who have submitted their yearbooks for you to be printed. To the left of your dashboard, you will see your menu. Your options here are Dashboard, which will take you to your main PlicBooks screen to get a quick overview of your account. Schools, which will take you to your schools list and their progress for their yearbooks. Subject Management will take you to where you can manage the subjects listed in your school's yearbooks. Users is where you can go to set up different user accounts. And Incoming Candidates is where you can go to create a candid images URL to send out to all of your parents. The Studio Lab menu items are Themes, which is where you can upload different page themes for your schools to use in their yearbooks. Clip Art is an option where you can upload different clip arts for your schools to use in their yearbooks. Backgrounds is an option where you can upload different backgrounds for your schools to use in their yearbooks. Candid Layout Editor is an option where you can create different candid layout pages for your schools to use in their yearbooks. And Studio Lab Settings is an option where you can turn on or off different options, as well as customize your messages to your schools when they receive that a yearbook has been submitted. The first step we want to do is to create users. This will be our studio's login information so they can build their yearbooks. By default, your user will be the only user listed underneath the Users menu. To create more users, click the green Create User button and completely fill out the new user's information, including their full name and email address, select an organization that they belong to if you already have that set up, and select their role. The different roles are Studio or Lab, School Advisor. The School Advisor role allows the user to be able to create new users, change roles of existing users, edit any unlocked pages, view any of the yearbooks, approve or disapprove of individual pages, upload candid images for any of the users to use, create previews, and submit the yearbook for production. User is a role that will allow the user to view yearbooks, edit any unlocked pages, and upload candid images for the user to use. A proofer is a role that will allow the user to view yearbooks and approve or disapprove of individual pages. And photographer is a role that will allow the user to upload candid images for any of the users to use. I'm going to set this up as a school advisor and say OK. Keep in mind that at any time you can edit the user's role by clicking on the Actions button and clicking Edit Role. Likewise, you can also delete them by pressing Delete User. Here you see the status of the invitation that was sent to them. They would have to click on the blue button to accept the invitation and set up a password just like you did as well. If you need to resend this, you will see about an hour after it's being sent a button that will allow you to resend that email. Now that we have our users set up, we now need to set up jobs that a school can use to create their yearbooks. Before a school can get started building their yearbook, you must first get the school's project set up. To do this, we are going to select on the Schools option on our menu, and we're going to click on the green Create Organization button. If you already had the organization set up, you do not need to do this step. This is a one-time setup. Here, we are going to enter the name, and we're going to enter their role, whether a studio or a customer. And if it's a customer, we're then going to choose the parent studio. We're going to enter their contact information. And click OK. Once your organization is set up, you may then go on to create their project. Click the blue Create Project button, and the project is typically something named after the school. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to select the organization that we just set up and type in a project name. Down below, we're going to have a few project settings that you can go through. We can select if you want to hide the page numbers. You can select whether or not to have their covers being locked for editing, such as if you had already designed a cover for them to use. It's recommended that you keep direct users to storyboard on. This will allow them to lay out their pages. And we're going to enter in the number of pages that the yearbook needs to have. It's optional to say how many copies to print, but you have the option to put that here if you wish. Once this is set up, press the green OK button to then set up your project. Now that our project is set up, we are ready to start uploading our images and data so that they can start building their yearbook. You can upload any form of images and data into PlicBooks to start building your yearbooks. However, we recommend using the PSPA export. This will help ensure your subjects are automatically properly ordered and grouped with their correct classes. You can start your upload by clicking on the yellow Subjects button on your school's menu, which will take you to your upload screen. A Define Fields box will appear. These are the fields PlicBooks will bring in from your data. To add more fields, you can press the green Add Field button. However, if everything looks good, go ahead and press the green Continue button. An Upload Subjects box will appear, and here is where you will want to press the green Select Folder option and browse out for your export folder. Just select the main root folder, not any of the subfolders, as right here next to it, it was already checked to include subfolders. Now we're going to choose which data file we're going to be importing from. If using the PSPA export, it's going to be the index.txt file inside the main yearbook folder. And a PSPA file does not have a header, so you would not need to turn on first row of data file as a header row. However, if you're using an export that does have a header row, just turn this option on right here. Press the green Continue button, and it'll start taking you to a page where you can map in your fields. As you can see, it's automatically going to determine which field has your image names. So down here is where we're going to set up the different other user fields, like grade, last name, first name, and teacher. Once everything is mapped up, we're going to press the green Start Uploading button to begin uploading our images and data into PlicBooks. Once your subjects are finished uploading, you will see a notification letting you know that your upload is complete. Press the green Close button to be taken back to your school's menu. Once you're done uploading your images and data, you are then able to set a deadline for your school so that they can have their yearbook submitted to you by a specific date. Click the blue button under Deadlines and select the date that they need to have it back to you by. As they get closer to that time limit, you will see this green button turn yellow, and once it is then over that time limit, it will turn red. At any time, you can extend this by clicking the green button and changing a new date. Once you have all your subjects uploaded to PlicBooks, you have further abilities to ensure they are listed properly. Your subjects that will be listed under the subject management will be batched by teacher. To change your batch from teacher to grade, click the blue filter by and change it to grade. You will get a warning saying you are going to recreate your batches. Press the green OK button to do this. Keep in mind, this will destroy any work that has already been done. To keep it at teacher rather than grade, just go ahead and hit the cancel button. At any point in time, you can switch back and forth between that, but again, keep in mind, it will destroy any work that you had originally made. To move subjects from one batch to another, simply drag their image to the corresponding batch title. Here, you can have an option to either copy them to that or move them. You can also rename the batches by hovering over it and clicking the Rename button and typing in a name. At any time, you can also delete a batch. Keep in mind this will not automatically delete your subjects. It will move them to an unmatched batch where you can then move them to their corresponding place or ignore them if you don't want to have them in your yearbook. You also have the ability to edit your subjects from the subject management screen. Your options are Edit, which will allow you to change any name spellings or a grade or a teacher information. Keep in mind, any changes made will be highlighted in blue. And it will reflect across the board. So since I copied Alvarez from staff to Alvarez, any changes made here will be reflected there as well. You also have the Options button, which will help you to specify staff members. You can turn on staff and set their priority on where you want it listed on the page. If you have someone like a principal or a superintendent that you want listed on every page, click on the Display in All, and you can also add a prefix to their name as well. Any staff members will then be listed with a red star in the top right-hand corner. If they are selected to be listed in all, you will see a black star. You can also manually add new subjects and batches into PlicBooks if this information was not included in the initial upload. To add a new batch, click on the green plus sign and type in the name from the batch. To add a new subject, you're going to scroll down to the bottom of your screen and click on the green plus sign. Here you can add their information and even upload an image. Keep in mind that grade and teacher will auto-populate for the batch that you're currently in. You can also search for specific subjects in the search field. Here it will show you which batch they are currently in, and you can move them if needed. Once your project is all set with correct subjects and deadline, your studio or school can now log in to start building their yearbook.